So illegal metal detectorists over in the UK are called Nighthawkers. So when they go out, they're
Did you say Nighthawker or Nighthogger?
Nighthawker. I don't think you would want to call yourself a Nighthawker.
I don't know.
No, and in England, if it's not an issue, if you call yourself a night dogger in England, let me tell you, if you look that up, what dogging is.
Oh, I don't want to. Well, look.
Are you going to have a dog? You should have a dogging episode.
Well, we had sex guys. We had sex guys episode as the first one.
Those guys dog. So here is this is from our metal detecting, Larry Jr. K, and he's a Canadian fella.
God, we love it, eh?
Yeah, you guys are so into it. And he titles this "Play by the Rules, Please." And he just posts a story. A gang of 5 Nighthawkers banned from metal detecting at all Britain's historic sites. So this gang of 5 metal detector guys were Nighthawking out there. See how I use the lingo pretty good? And they got busted.
That's great.
And they got like time in prison. You can get like 10 years for it. And but who is a metal detector guy, a true metal detector guy, WHOOZE, he replies and he says, ugh, I get it. I do. But to call it robbery when those artifacts would have continued to deteriorate without anyone knowing they even existed is a little ignorant. They're stealing history that we never cared to look for ourselves. Go ahead and downvote. I'm used to it. So
oh shit. Hey, I'll be your bad guy. I'll be your punching bag if you want. I'm used to it. This guy's fuck. I love that. What's that guy's name? Who said that?
Who's? And then he says
he's the Dark Knight of the metal detectorist community.
Like, I know I'm hated, and he's probably hated for some like heinous reason. You know, like it's something like so fucking bad. Everyone hates him.
But raided some African temple.
He said that like women can't even hold a metal detector. It's like
like something. He was like really, really sexist or something like that, and now he's just like, go ahead, like downvote me. Like I know you guys, but in this case, I don't know. Does he have a point? Maybe, or was that stuff going to be found by archaeologists? Or
that's my question. Is like it seems like if your problem is a bunch of guys with a bunch of spare time and metal detectors going out and searching all your sites for like artifacts and things, like those guys are kind of working for you.
Yeah, just employ them, and then get the thing, pay them money, and get the artifact.
See,
either employ them or do what they're doing in your spare time. You know, like
I agree with you. Do what, but this guy who still has a little bit to say. He says, but it's like when some poor asshole finds sunken treasure worth millions off the coast of America. And then the country who lost the ship in gold, like Spain, says, oh, hey, you found our lost gold. We didn't care about it for 200 years, but we will claim it as our own now. Thanks. So that is who's.
I mean,
he wrote poor asshole, and you said it like he was talking about an impoverished person.
A poor person.
But he meant like some poor asshole. Some poor assholes out treasure hunting.
I know. Someone's off the coast of America.
That happens a lot where some really poor guy is out there searching for sunken treasure in his boat.
I gotta find the gold, the Spanish gold. I heard is out here. He's just
and that's such a horrible tale as well, because this man, he spends his whole life, he loses his whole family because he's desperate to find the Spanish gold. And he finally, after the age of 71, he finally gets his hands on it. And then Spain comes back and says, nah, we're taking it back. And this guy's got nothing again. It's a tale as old as time, but it's very sad. And I'm glad Who's is telling it.
Well, PEDS 4x4, 4x4, it's PEDS 4x4 responded to this. And I don't like
hater
at all.
Hater. Yeah, I don't.
Hold on.
Okay, well, why don't we do a little Gary Glitter here?
PEDS 4x4 said It's the law. As you probably know, all land in UK belongs to someone, and anything buried in that land belongs to the landowner. So yeah, it's still technically theft, even if the legal owner has no knowledge of it. Mind you, how the landowner gained ownership is also probably theft if you go back far enough in history. So I like PEDs.
You
a little bit.
I don't. This guy just wants everyone to be guilty of theft. You know, I mean, he's right about the second part, but it's like, come on. I feel like he's being a bit of a, can I say it he's being a bit of a Karen.
He's a little bit of a Karen.
He's being a bit of a male Karen in this instance, I would say. Wait, do we even know? We don't know
the
this
whole world is in jail.
Yeah,
Everyone
exactly.
is in jail.
Well, guess what?
Stealing.
An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. PEDs, and again, I do hate your name, and we don't we don't know that it's. I realized I don't know. It could not be a guy either. It's a very ambiguous name.
Well, then there was a reply from Ass Dan, ASSDAN.
Okay. Ask Dan. Yeah.
Okay, Ask Dan. What are we doing here? I understand your position on the Spain thing, but it's not a fair comparison since that took a serious investment and time and money. A better example is that a metal detector survey was done in 2013 at James Madison's estate. What if I had snuck onto the property with a metal detector in 2000 and removed a bunch of gold coins because I decided the government would never get around to it? So,
so he's basically saying, hey, it could potentially down the line be something that their family or their whatever estate wants to try to dig up.
Or the government, like maybe it's just in committee somewhere, whether they can get it.
Yeah. Well, you know what you know what I always say, fuck the government. Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to metal detector laws, I do I'm going back to my old anarchist roots here, where it's like, come on, man, let them metal detect. I
agree. You should be able to, anything that's under the freaking ground like that, you know, and it's all buried up. Once you bury something, you have to understand that it could get dug up and taken from you. That's why you're burying it. You understand someone who wants to take it, you know?
Yeah.
It's a good point. That's a good point. I did find out that like these treasure hunters, that's what they, or coin shooters. They call them coin shooters. I have a lot of
ring finders. Sometimes. I mean, that's
that's
funny thing about all the ring
specific.
finders guys is they all do metal detecting. Like they all also go out and search and do treasure hunting. And it's like this weird. I always wonder about this weird ethical line that they're walking, where it's like they're trying to find stuff for themselves, but they're also helping people retrieve stuff. And there's got to be some weird gray area in there.
Well, if you want to ask one of them about it, I mean, you got a ring finder, one of the most
Chris,
famous.
How do you walk that line? And also, how much does it cost to get a ring retrieved?
To get a ring retrieved costs you $600.
Okay,
that's way.
No matter what the ring is, no matter
what the ring is,
and no matter how long it takes you.
I don't care if it takes me 5 seconds and it's from a pack of bubble gum.
And
you're paying me $600. You're paying me cash, and then guess what? You're paying me installments after that, and you're fucking working for me as well.
I'm only allowed to rent the ring back from you that you found of mine.
Yeah, I mean, listen, your
that
ring's
makes
gone.
sense. That makes
your
sense.
ring's gone. You're not getting the ring. The ring's gone and sold a long time ago.